we're going to lighten things up a little bit, talk about summer camps, like getting away from it all. Wouldn't that be nice? They are like summer vacation spots. That's what summer camps are. But if you don't book now, you might lose out on the most popular camps for your kids. So how do you figure that out? What are the best camps? Our personal finance editor, Jerry Willis, is here with today's top 5 tips. Hi, Jer.
Good to see you, Darren. We've got lots of great ideas for finding the best summer camp, but you better get with it. Guess what? Most of these camps are already booking and booking quickly. The best ones, the traditional camps, are pretty much full by the end of March. You got to get on it by mid-April to make sure you get in on the action.
These numbers are staggering. I'm looking at 5,000 day camps, 7,000 sleepaway camps. How do you pick which one's best for your kid?
You know, there are dance camps, there are rock and roll camps, there are band camps. You name it, you can find it. Couple ideas, though, if you want to sort through some of these. There's a website to go to that you'll definitely want to check out. Camperents.org. This is a great website. They accredit the camps, and you kind of find what might be best in your area for your child.
Other numbers that are eye-popping, how much camp can cost.
Oh, holy cow. A month of private camp can cost you $3,500. Now, if you go with the Y or something a little more routine, it may be $350. But let me tell you, you may want to reach for the Campership. That's like a scholarship, but only for campers. And it's not as tough to get as a scholarship. You can also just negotiate a better deal, particularly if you have more than one child going to the camp. You know, ask for a group rate if you have a lot of kids going to the same camp. But you can always negotiate. Keep that in mind.
There are also some statistics you might want to look at that might help you pick a good camp.
Yeah, check this out. This is really interesting. To make sure that you've got the absolute best camp possible, you want to take a look at the director. The average director should stay on board for at least 5 years to make sure that you've got a great camp. And remember, in only 5 states across the country do they require that these camps make criminal background checks. And I don't know if you remember this or not, Darren, but back in 2004, there was a very highly watched case in Massachusetts where a camp counselor turned out to be a child pornographer.
Wow.
So you want to pay attention to that. 2 other things to check out. Less than 50% of the campers return to that camp. Not a good sign. And you want the counselors to be former campers. They love it so much they've got to come back.
Ah, very good. Now, all the best intentions, things can still go wrong, like kids getting homesick. I understand that only too well. That was a big problem for me.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah. Well, Darren was homesick.
Yeah, made my parents come pick me up, but that's a different story.
Well, and for the mom and dad, it's like, oh my goodness, can we get our money back if that happens, right? About 95% of campers get homesick at least once. You want to make sure that when you're arranging this thing in the first place, you look closely at the paperwork, make sure there's an out for you. At least you can negotiate some of your money back if Junior decides they'd rather spend the summer in front of the television set than on the horse ranch.
Yeah, I wrote the letter home in felt tip ink. I held the letter under my chin and I let the tears splash and the ink run.
Oh my goodness.
Drama,
You've come so much further from there.
They came and got me. Yes, isn't it nice to know I've had some personal growth since age 10. Jerry, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to see you. Let's go ahead and check the market.